Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Hands of War. This is Dicast Battles. Uh, this is going to be a little bit of a overview of Diecast Battles and some strategy insight as to how I play. If you have any ideas or different strategies, then please feel free to post those in the comments, and we can always learn more, right? So this is a pre-recorded battle. I'm playing Neria against another Neria. I rolled first, obviously. I'm feeling lucky through a random down. Usually you end up in the corners when you throw dice down. You'll learn that as you play the game, just like that roll ended with a 6. So from here, I know a 5 will get me to a attack flag. So instead of going straight to the attack flag, I decided to do some training and beef up my level 3 skill, Tracking Hunt, which puts a mark on the enemy and does extra damage when I attack them. I'm lucky they didn't land on my attack flag, so you always rolling the dice when you make a decision like that. So there's my 5, rolling the attack flag. So instead of doing 7 damage, I did 9 because there are only 2 blocks in front of me. But I'll take what I can get at every time. So now right here, I'm just looking at my options. I can see if I roll the high, one of the blocks I land on is going to be the enemy base, which I don't want to do. Odd will give me 2 monsters or a bag. So I opt to go for the odd, trying to land on the monster, do a little hunting and raise my level, but it just didn't happen. So right here, I can use my return and go right back, use a 2, go to the wizard book, which I end up doing. And then from here, if I roll the high, you see I have 2 options, are going to be the attack flags, or if I roll a 6, it'll be on the mummy, which I can probably use my level 2 skill to attack and level up them. So you can see they landed on one of the attack flags, so that removes my ability. So I'm going to, instead of gambling on whether or not I'll land on that attack flag or land on the mummy or land on them, I'll probably just roll my draw high, which will draw a 4 and a 5 for me, which means if they move and leave an attack flag behind them, then I have an attack flag option. Or I can roll the 5, and you see I have 2 attack flag options right here with the 4 or the 5. And see, one of the things I like about Neria is that when you successfully hunt, her level 2 skill, I believe, grants you additional hit points when you level up. So it's you don't need things like large potion or small potion or anything that'll give you life in your deck. What I like to do is I like to, after getting all 3 skills, level 1 is level up the middle skill, so that way if I do land on a monster I almost always successfully hunt, let me level up even more, and then I level up my 3rd skill for that extra damage. I play with the Flame Guild because it does direct damage and because it leaves this flame wall like you see here. So if the player stays in that flame wall like she just did, they take damage in addition to whatever damage they may receive from the blocks or traps or attacks, etc. You can see that right there put me in danger of going to jail, and they rolled a 1 and it did put me in jail, but that's okay because they're still taking damage. As you can see, I feel like I have a chance to win this game, so I don't really care if I spend that gold to get an option to get out of jail quicker. So I land on the shop to try and put some space in between me and my opponent. So if they roll something less than a 6, then they won't be able to get me. Um, at his point, I choose my return, drop another flame trail on them after upgrading my tracking hunt. And then they successfully use return. And with Breezy Bastion, what that does is when you land directly on the base, as you can see, it moves me a certain amount of spaces towards that base, in this case 6. And if they had a 6 in their deck, in their hand, they could roll that, put me right in jail. Since I'm stunned, I don't get a turn. But unfortunately for them, I have a 1 in my hand, puts me directly on an attack flag. And because I have another low in my hand, I'm probably going to spin that on my next turn and try to land on that other attack flag. But let's see what goes on here. Oh, yeah, I'll opt for an odd, so that way I might limit my options for landing on a skeleton. There's nothing I can afford in the shop, but I debate whether or not I want to sell some of my extra cards and get that -1. I decide against it. I see we're both in dangerous places right now because we're both low in health. She has level 2 attack on the first skill, so that means she can do 70% of their damage on a return trip from the boomerang. So they'll do 11 damage coming out and 70% damage of that coming back. So they can't one hit me right now, but a couple hits and I'll be done. So I get my 4, put them in jail. That gives me an extra turn. Based on this, I'll probably do a double dice because that'll give me an option to land on an attack flag almost everywhere I go. But instead, it brings me all the way back to the portal. But I get to pass up return, do another 3 bits of damage to my opponent. We'll let them try to break, which failed. So now I'm just going to do low. I'm unlucky, roll a 3. As you can see, if the odd dice is rolled while affected, then I don't go anywhere and I take damage. So I can't use that -1. So I just try to do a low again. Well, I take that back. I don't think I do a low again. I missed my turn because I took too long deciding. That's what happened. And now it's opponent's turn to jailbreak. They get a 1, land on the trap, which I believe is GG. So that's a quick breakthrough of how a game of Diecast Battles is run. This is Diamond League. I've only been playing for about 2 months now, a little less than that. It doesn't take a lot to get to this level. If you have any questions or if you're more interested in more information about Diecast Battles or just want to discuss anything about the game, please leave a comment below. If you want to see different videos, maybe something about account creation, some entry-level stuff, leave a comment about that as well. Leave a like if you want some more videos like this, and subscribe to get notifications when I come out with some more stuff. Thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out with me for the time being, and I hope everyone has a great day.